Hi guys, welcome back to How to Paint with Julie from Artfully You, and today we're going to be painting a Northern Ontario sunset with jackpines. So we're going to start as usual with wetting the canvas with a damp brush, and then we're going to be applying pure blue ultramarine to the top and bottom of the canvas and then blending with white to the centre. I always tilt my canvas on its side because it's quite difficult to draw a straight line from left to right, but it's a lot easier to draw it top to bottom. That's because we all have one eye higher than the other. It's a little fascinating fact for you. Anyway, with the horizon line, I added a gentle slope to give the idea of a distant island or distant mountains, however you want to interpret it. So I added that, and the colour that I used was blue, but I greyed it down a little bit with some black and white. So this is a little bit of a tone to make it look like a distant island or distant mountain. I'm now adding a second island in the foreground. For this I'm using grey with more blue. For the jackpines, I'm doing 3 curved lines. I'm trying to make them a little bit thicker at the bottom, so I'm applying more pressure with the flat brush at the bottom and then gently lifting off to get them sort of thinner at the top. For the branches of the jackpines, I'm creating sort of eyebrow shapes, and I'm sort of going down in a sort of zigzag pattern here. I'm demonstrating the shape for the branches. So I'm kind of alternating side to side as I go down to the bottom of the tree, making them longer as they get towards the bottom, and then I'm going to go back up and fill in some additional ones in some more random places so they don't look too uniform. The colour I'm using for all of these branches to start with is the same blue-grey that I used for the foreground island, and I'm applying this to all 3 trees. You can put in as many trees or you can have just one. I would recommend an odd number because it just reads better in a painting. I would also recommend that the branches kind of curve towards your light source. It just reads really well as a painting. Here I'm adding some lines that are going to be the ripples in the water coming up to the sort of imaginary island that I'm standing on. If you imagine I'm painting this stood on an island, the ripples get closer together as they get further away to give a feeling of distance, and I'm using the same grey, and then I'm going to add a lighter colour in between to kind of get the light reflecting on those ripples. I've added yellow to my sunset, and now I'm adding the same yellow to the reflections on the water. I'm also going to add some of that yellow as highlights to the end of my branches on my jackpines, just to give it a little bit of cast light. The last thing I'm going to do is add some darkness to the sky. So I'm starting with pure black, and then I'm going to blend that into blue, and I'm going to bring that down to the opposite side of my sunset, just to kind of give a really good contrast of light and dark. Whatever I do in the sky, I like to reflect in the water, and I'm also adding a shadow of the island in roughly the same shape as the island as a mirror image. I'm using a greyer blue and a slightly lighter blue-black for those reflections of those dark clouds in the water. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other videos.